Hi everyone. Today I will be talking about intelligence and barriers to learning. So, what is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to gather knowledge, be creative, form strategies, and engage in critical thinking. I use this definition because I think there's a lot of definitions in this one definition and not just one simple explanation of what intelligence is. Learn from experience. The acquisition, retention, and use of knowledge is important in intelligence. Recognize problems. To put knowledge to use and to be able to identify problems. Solve problems. Solve problems with existing knowledge. The ability to understand complex ideas, to adapt effectively to the environment, to learn from experience, to engage in various forms of reasoning, to overcome obstacles by taking thought. Emotional barrier to intelligence and learning. So I chose emotional barrier because I personally think that it is not said enough. I experienced this in school and still, and therefore I wanted to learn more about it and I wanted to spread the word. What is emotional barriers? So after research, there were three explanations of what it is and three topics. First one is anger. Anger can affect the way your brain processes information given to you. For example, angry people have difficulty processing logical statements, limiting their ability to accept explanations and situations offered by others. This will make it hard for them to understand you when speaking to them, and it makes you less logical. Although anger is a normal emotion, we also have difficulty um, controlling our emotions, and it might get worse. Some problems associated with anger is depression, anxiety, sleeplessness, high blood pressure, and much more. What is emotional barriers? Another fact is pride. The need to be right all the time. Pride will shut down effective communication. You might feel your way of doing something is the only way to do things. And pride can also keep you from asking for help. For example, when you sit in a classroom, you don't want to ask for help because you have too much pride, and this can be a barrier to learning. Anxiousness. Anxiety has a negative impact on the part of your brain that manages creativity and communication skills. Examples are constant worrying and inability to concentrate. But anxiety comes in many forms. There are 5 major types of anxiety disorders. The first one is general anxiety disorder, characterized by chronic anxiety. Examples are constant worrying and tension. People who have generalized anxiety disorder has a rapid heartbeat almost all the time. Obsessive compulsive disorder is an anxiety by recurrent unwanted thoughts or obsessions and or repetitive behaviors, for example hand washing, counting and checking. And this brings relief for a short period of time. Panic disorders characterized by unexpected and repeated episodes, not intense fear, accompanied by physical symptoms. chest pain, heart palpitation, shortness of breath, dizziness, or abdominal pain. Post-traumatic stress is an anxiety disorder that can develop after exposure to a terrifying event where a person was physically harmed. Cause may be natural or human-caused disasters, accidents, or military combat. And lastly, social anxiety disorder, characterized by overwhelming anxiety and excessive consciousness in everyday situations. Fear of speaking in front of people, fear of eating and drinking in front of people. I can really relate to social anxiety disorder, and it is part of your daily life. It is part of you in your classroom, everywhere. Fear. So this is emotional barriers to learning overall, like for example in the classroom, during the day, etc. Fear of criticism or judgment. So when a learner has fear, they will be scared to answer questions because they are scared of what people or classmates might think. They will be scared for criticism if their answer is wrong. Shame. Learners could feel that their work may never be as good as others. For example, there's a learner that might be doing better than you in the class, then you will just feel like you don't really matter, you're never there, you're never at the top of the list, and you are shy. Emotional sensitivity can at times be overwhelmed and lose control of their emotions. Adjusting to change. A person's level of adaptability can impact on their ability and willingness to learn. For example, if your teacher tells you, but we are going to go and study at someone else's house and we are going to do this and that, and there will be other learners too, I would prefer to not go because I have anxiety and I will just be nervous all the time of being judged and of being criticized. What to do? Emotional intelligence is the quality that enables us to confront with patience, insight, and imagination the many problems that we face in our effective relationship with ourselves and other people. When you get angry, remove yourself from the situation. This will give you time to calm down. When we get angry, we can't control our emotions, or people struggling with anger issues can't control their emotions, and they might say something they might regret later, or do something that can harm the other person emotionally or physically. And when you have emotional intelligence on such a high level that you decide, okay, I'm not going to answer, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, you will go somewhere safe and you will calm down, and afterwards you can speak to the person. And when your pride is getting in the way, practice accepting imperfections. When you practice that you are imperfect and that you do not have to be perfect all the time, you will accept that people may be and are doing better in some things than you are, because everybody has their strong and weak points. Openly accept someone did something better than you.